Good afternoon, my very good friends. Did you miss me? I missed you. So I personally had a very busy week. So I would lie and say that I didn't get a chance to play much Magic the Gathering Arena, but I played some ladder games hither and thither and managed to Mythic my way in. So pretty high in Mythic, but it's like just disjointed games here and there. I started out playing the Champs deck. I played Nathan's Rakdos deck originally, and I don't know, maybe I'll make a video about this, maybe I won't. I wrote an article for Cool Stuff Inc. last week. Shout out to Cool Stuff Inc. Promo code Flores, 5% off anything in the store. Wrote an article for Cool Stuff Inc. last week where I was saying that Nathan's deck was built for like kind of the winner's metagame, and if you looked at like all those handshake decks that made the top 8 of the Pro Tour, which was a week or two ago at this point, they're so similar. Main deck duresses, more land than you've seen, kind of on a arena ladder. So I'm like, oh man, this deck is literally just not for the regular metagame. This is for like the sub metagame of people who win. The guys who made top 8, 2 of them were 6 points after the limited portion on day 1. 2 of them are 4 points. They were 4 points because they played each other in intentional drew in round 3, believe it or not. So that's insane, right? So they literally built their deck for a different metagame. So I know this, and I'm going into Arena Ladder. I play Nathan's deck. I'm on the draw. My opponent's like first turn, Mountain Monastery, Swift Spear. And I look at my hand, and I'm like, this deck was not built for this metagame, and I immediately lost. So I played it a little bit more. Everybody's just, for a week, everyone's just playing Rakdos-based decks on the ladder. And I switched to playing Jim Davis's Breach deck after a little bit. Not because I think it's quote-unquote a better deck than Nathan's deck. I mean, Nathan's deck obviously won the Pro Tour. But I think that if everybody's just playing Rakdos, you just want to go bigger. And Itali and Breach are bigger. There's bigger cards than Duress. Which, by the way, their deck also has Duress, but like you want to go over the top more. Like everybody's got Chandra. Chandra's just table stakes at this point. So I made Mythic, got like pretty high in Mythic, and I'm like, well, this is just going to be Rakdos forever. But then Aftermath came out. So I missed like the entire week of making videos between the Pro Tour and Aftermath coming out. I mean, thank God that Aftermath came out because things have changed. I think like it would be super boring playing ladder and playing events and stuff if Aftermath hadn't come out, because like it's just been nothing but Rakdos. I just play Rakdos mirror after Rakdos mirror, and I win most of them. So that's cool because I'm playing a little bit bigger. I'm playing Jim Davis's deck instead of Nathan's deck, so I was winning most of them. But like it is kind of monotonous. It's very like draw dependent. If your opponent goes first and they go like first turn duress, because everybody has duress now. First turn duress. Second turn, 3-2, or second turn Bank Buster, third turn Fable. If you miss on your side, it's so hard, you're playing from behind. Anyway, things have changed because of Aftermath, and people are like, oh, what possibly changed? This guy changed the game. Coppercoat Vanguard, human soldier from the Aftermath. Each other human you control gets +1/+0 and has ward 1. Is it possible that these horrible people are the hero now? I, Michael J. Flores, have got Thalia, Guardian of Thraben in my deck right now, and I'm touting that these are the good guys. Today we'll be playing a standard event, best of 1 standard event, and part of it is just I've been playing best of 3, nothing but best of 3 ladder this week, so I'm going to mix it up and play best of 1 standard event, and I'm going to play these guys. Coppercoat Vanguard is headlining a deck of mostly humans, right? So this isn't a soldiers deck, although many of the creatures are still soldiers. It's humans. Knight-Errant of Eos is a human knight. Adeline is a human knight. Brutal Cathar, human soldier werewolf. It was a soldier is human. Human here. Intrepid Adversary is a human scout. This card is sweet. So you have 2 different kind of crusade, kind of glorious anthem cards on the 2. Intrepid Adversary is awesome racer. Even you get 1 hit in with the lifelink, it's very, very effective for swinging races. Guys who just don't get buffed are just, I think, basically Skrelv, or the flip side of Brutal Cathar. I originally didn't have a lot of Skrelvs, and I wildcarded Skrelvs just for this deck. You want a little bit more, curve. You want like more 1-drops a little bit lower, because This deck gets a lot of leverage from the 2, so you want something, either like you have Skrelv on tap with Skrelv and play and then play Coppercoat Vanguard. You can cover the Vanguard, or you go like Skrelv into Thalia. Especially on the play, it's really tough for spell-based decks like Rakdos decks, Grixis, who are relying on cards like Cut Down and Go for the Throat on turn 2. This can't do anything probably until turn 4 if you go Skrelv into Thalia. And if you untap with Skrelv in play, you can play Adeline, Coppercoat Vanguard, one of your high leverage. I'm getting a lot of power in play with a single card. Creatures with some confidence. So this is a best of 1 configuration. If I were playing a best of 3 event or playing ladder with this deck, I probably would not play 4 Brutal Cathar in my main deck. I have 6 removal spells in my main deck. I have 2 Ossification, 4 Brutal Cathar because I'm playing a best of 1 event. If I were playing best of 3, I'd probably 2-2-2 it. I'd probably play like 2 Brutal Cathar, 2 Ossification, 2 Laydown Arms. I've just Laydown Arms times 4 on my sideboard. Or I'd play 6 Ossification and Laydown Arms. Like, Brutal Cathar is not... It's not like an excellent card in best of 3. I mean, sometimes it is, right? If you're playing the Mirror, you're playing Soldiers, you want all the Brutal Cathars that you can get. But that's not most of the matchups in best of 3. Like we were just saying, playing best of 3 ladder, I played nothing but Rakdos for a week. So probably don't want that. They just kill it for free, and they get their Shieldred back. Laydown Arms is better against decks with Invoke Despair because they just get your Ossification, they get their Shieldred back. Ossification's awesome if you get their Goblin Shaman from turn 3, and it's progressively less awesome every other creature that you're getting. So sideboard, I'm real heavy on Surge of Salvation, Surge X4, Extraction Specialist. So a lot of the sideboard cards are just how do we win attrition games. Here's a counter spell, presuming you killed like my first 2 creatures, could have killed like my 2-drop, something like that. Extraction Specialist gets that back, and then we can win attrition games that way. Extraction Specialist is also 2 bodies for purpose of Knight-Errant of Eos, which is pretty valuable. And then Lifelink is good, especially let's say you bring an Extraction Specialist against a red deck. They're trading cards with you. You get 1 back. Now they're up a card. If you get another trade, you might just gain a few life, and then if you don't, then you have 2 bodies for Knight-Errant of Eos, which is great. So today, standard event, best of 1 standard event, easing back into it with a better part of a week off of making videos. We're going to try to get a play-in point. We are on 59 play-in points right now. So 1 play-in point would take us to the cool 60. Will we get there? I'll see you after the jump. All right, friends, let's hit it. Time for some absolute excitement here. Our team is idiotic morons. Ready. KP 2023. Did their name used to be KP 2022 last year? We go first. Heroic. Okay. Quick keeper. We have a 1-drop, 2-drop. If we draw land, it's going to be very insanity. Let's hope this guy gets in for 1 this turn. This is called Hopeful Initiate because he's like an aspirational creature. It's like, I hope I get in. What if I play this before combat? Aha! Attack you. I have missed that, by the way. Oh, I just play my guy post-combat because that's how I was trained to do it for all these long years of playing Magic the Gathering. Gala Greeters. Guess what, Galabobala? Time to rumble. This is kind of a lot of damage for turn 3. I don't think the Greeters chumps, though. If you have Gala Greeters in your deck, you didn't put them in there to chump Human Soldier with Ward 1. Hopeful Initiate has hoped in for 2 damage already, but he hasn't trained yet. Training isn't what he's accomplished so far. What are you tanking 1,000,000 years? Either block this guy or take 6. I'm not gonna block one of these guys. Blocking this guy's actually productive, not just for not taking 2, but also because it will reduce Adeline's power next turn. Alright. Lame. Lame. I don't know what they're going to do next turn, but probably we're... Oh, actually, maybe they'll do nothing. I mean, I'm willing to take whatever win, you know? You know me. Well, I will take that win. Seems great. You know, I would love to go 1-0 to start. Maybe they don't know that we're, you know, developing the content, trying to have a great match to showcase the power of idiotic morons. But, all right. Don't you hate that about MTGA, right? Like, you just start to win and your opponent's like, oh, this seems like a good time for a bathroom break. Maybe my opponent will get frustrated and concede. I will be honest with you. We're willing to take the 1-0 here. How should we do this? I'm going to do it like this. We could have gotten an additional power with Brutal Cathar. But this leaves mana open. Leaves an additional mana open. SMH. SMH KP 2023. If it was last year, KP 2022. I mean, this to the timing, this to the victory. Victory 1-0. 1-0. Ready. Michael J versus Jaker. I think Joker was taken. Opponent goes first. Ooh, interesting. Ugh. That sucked. I'm going to keep 6, and I'm going to ship this guy. Hope that doesn't bite me in the bum. That 1 mana hand would have been very seductive to keep, but I feel like we're asking for trouble if we had kept it. This guy, notably a non-human, so Coppercoat Vanguard can't help him out. I kind of like that, be honest with you. That means that they didn't do something more impressive. Crossing fingers. No attacks for me. So if they have like a cut down, they should send it at Skrelv now. Go for the throat, notably awful in this situation. Sleeper, currently a 2-2. They put 2 more mana into it, will obtain the Touch of Death. Make it D on D. I think they're probably going to give it the Touch of Death, yeah? I'm going to hurl a cut down at this now. It seems like a plausible play. What is this? Gruesome Realization. Creatures your opponents control get -1/-1 until end of turn. What card is this? I've never seen this card in my life. Yeah. It happened. That's the thing that happened. Basically a 1-for-1 trade, although Skrelv was a big part of our plan there. Alright, double Adeline draw. So we'll get in for like 4 here. And then they'll have to use their turn killing Adeline, I think. We have another Adeline back. It's not too bad. A lot of cool plays we can make. Depending on how they tap their mana, maybe we just play a second Coppercoat Vanguard. And then that would semi-defend this Coppercoat Vanguard as well as doing multiple pumps. What are you going to do, buddy? Are we going to regret hurling away that Brutal Cathar with our opener? This guy can't get the touch of death. Yeah. Love it. Drawing a land might be good. I'll take that. Resplendent Cathar. Let's hurl this over here. Like if they have like a cut down, they can kill the Coppercoat Vanguard anyway. Taking 6 Budinsky. Put them to 10, it looks like. Pretty deadly looking Adeline over here. I have to leave this guy back, or if they have like a Phyrexian Obliterator, that'd be pretty bad for us. But like, Touch of Death is gonna do what? 1-for-1 trade? Shieldred. Respect. Now would be a good time for a removal card. Am I right or am I right? What do? We leave back Coppercoat, and... Okay, so let's attack with everybody. Then they block these two, and they take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and we kill Shieldred. Lose Adeline. What if we play this pre-combat? We can still Eiganjo because Adeline is a legend. I think we got the game. We send all. So human soldiers a 3/1. They block the 2 biggest guys. They take 12. All these guys are human, so they can't really stop us with a point removal card. So I'm gonna do this for form's sake. I don't think there's an out. Big fan of that second Coppercoat. Opponent goes first. How hopeful are you, buddy? Uh-oh. Uh-oh, this could be bad. Yep, that's what I figured might happen. Alright. No attacks. This turn could be horrible. Probably gonna Cathar here. Oh, not that horrible. Full on not that horrible. Okay. Get rid of this. Like, some sort of an ossification is horrible for us, though, here. Yep, there's an ossification of some sort. Yeah, this matchup seems horrible if we're on the draw. I mean, alternately, we could have, like, not played the Guardian of New Benalia and then had additional mana open. Oh, come on. 2 of our guys were 5s, so we semi-whiffed. I mean, this is one of the best pulls we could have. This lifelink, I'm not a huge fan of that. So, this is going to be interesting. If we draw a land, this is really interesting. Even if we don't draw a land, we have some text. So these guys are big. Calyx is a problem. I mean, this game might be over already. The fact that they had this Seal from Existence on our Brutal Cathar was, as they say, brutal. Alright, I'm going to... Drawing a land was sweet, so we can do this. Buff our guys. I'm going to enlist this guy and then attack with this guy and these two. We're going to get 2 counters on the Hopeful Initiates, which are going to allow us... I don't think I want either of these cards. Which are going to allow us to remove counters to destroy an enchantment. This enchantment is a terrible example because it has Ward 3, but this one isn't too bad. So let's see how their blocks go. I think we've lost the game already, just so you know. But I think, like... we could be eligible for some rock and roll here. All right, so I'm going to remove... I think we're going to use this ability. Kill this. This is not great. But... what it's going to do, among other things, is reduce the number of spirits. We traded basically 1 Hopeful Initiate for their best card. I mean, I don't know, man. What's their best card at this point? Yeah. Good game. I think it was over when they had the... when they had the... answer for our Brutal Cathar. I mean, like, what other options do we have? Like, play Adeline, don't attack. Would have been pretty bad. Maybe if we had Laydown Arms in our main deck instead of Ossification, and we drew Laydown Arms, that might have been better there. Like, nothing was going to be great, unfortunately. Okay, we go first. 1, 2, 3 curve. First turn is probably going to be pretty huge. So we're going to go hopeful. So we're going first. If the opponent doesn't have a pretty good play, I think we're going to, like, own the battlefield for at least 3 turns. Okay, time to pray. I think I'm going to attack first. Because there's not that many plays you can make for white or blue that stop a Thalia on the play. But if there are, maybe a deck that has that would, like, maybe bounce a hopeful. I like this. I like this a lot. Spell-based deck. We are going to get a lot of space from this Thalia. Okay, hurl a march at it? I don't hate hurling a march at it either. It's like a lot of resources to kill a Thalia at this point with a march. All right. They're at least 2 mana, if not 3 mana, off of a sweeper here. I like that a lot. Not sure if I want to cast Knight-Errant next turn. We're 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10. I don't think we can kill them. I think we're going to get them to like 2 or 3. Not sure what Consider.deck can do from this spot. So we add an additional creature, so that's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 11, 12. Yeah, if we had played Knight-Errant, doesn't win the game. They are meaningfully off of a sweeper. I should point to casting this Knight-Errant. I don't know what they could have. I don't think they can... I don't think they can sweep us here. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Mikey no likey. Mikey no likey. I will take the card advantage engine and the protector. Mikey no likey. Now we're going to get swept. We're going to get what we deserved. But they're at 2. Okay, if they had Depop, they would have cast it. Woohoo! Man! Fading Hope on Thalia made me wince a little. Come on, idiotic morons. How we looking this afternoon? This is a lovely Saturday afternoon. I'm going to go to the world premiere of The Iron Claw tonight, which is a movie about the Von Erich family. If you are a fan of wrestling, the Von Erichs were a famous wrestling family. Kerry Von Erich was called the Texas Tornado in WWE, but they have a tragic backstory. Okay, opponent goes first. Keep 7. All 1-drops. Red. Monastery Swift Spear. Try to get Skrelv online, and then jam the battlefield. I doubt that they're going to kill Skrelv this turn. It's going to be 3 1-drops to 3 1-drops. Okay. We're going to take a pretty good 3rd turn. So I want the Recruitment Officer to live. Which will help grow Hopeful Initiate on offense. All right. Are we dead? All right, we're going to try to stabilize here. It's a good stabilizing card. So, token from Adeline, grow for Hopeful Initiate, protection from Skrelv, and game it's getting pretty tied up. I think we're at the point where the Phoenix Chicks are going to be their primary source of offense. Like, Adeline can easily eat a Swift Spear here. I don't think he's going to swing with Swift Spears. All right, I was wrong. This will put us to 7. Using Skrelv has put us to 5. That's not great. So this is 3, 4, 5. That's will put us to 4. Okay. What do we got here? So we have 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So how much power can we get? So we have 5. This will grow. So this is 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 from Adeline. Play 2 creatures. That's lethal, right? So let me just count this again. This is 5, 6. So Adeline's actually +2, right? So this is 7 between these on just an attack. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Yeah, play 2 creatures in this game. I like how we sequenced that. I think the opponent should not have attacked with both Swiftspears the last turn. Like I said, I was surprised that they had attacked. But just like having Adeline alive was this is going to be such a huge lever on damage. Opponent goes first. Ooh, this could go like this is a little bit of a clunky draw. So we have no first turn play. We're keeping it. No first turn play. Could be great. Island. Ooh, we have a first turn play. Okay. They're not going to... They might bounce this, but probably not. Okay. They're not going to have anything until turn 3 on offense, I don't think. Unless I play like a Ledger Shredder here, which would be fine. Pre-combat Coppercoat Vanguard. In a lot of matchups, I would just attack with a Hopeful Initiate, but Coppercoat Vanguard is an Anthem, so upside is too good for us to not play it there. I think it's dangerous for them to play Haughty Djinn here. We might just have a Brutal Cathar. Ooh, this is a huge opportunity for us. I think I'm just going to go Adeline. Get in for a bundle. A lot of things can go our way here. Additional land would be great, so we can double spell or play Vanguard into make disappear mana. I mean, just Adeline is wonderful. Thalarian Terror. So if we go, okay, let's see. If we attack with Adeline, all right. So we should go Vanguard first for sure. If the Vanguard resolves, then they can't bounce the Adeline. Okay, they can't bounce the Adeline. This Adeline will now trade with Thalarian Terror on offense. I think this becomes the right play as a result of Coppercoat Vanguard resolving. And we should send everything. And their options are to trade Adeline for Thalarian Terror, which is great for us. We have a backup Adeline. In which case they will take 6 damage. Or eat Hopeful Initiate. Okay, that's still fine. Definitely attack with this. I think we go all these. I don't think they can really let Adeline hit them. So I think that's like a block on that, and then they take 4. This is very dangerous. So we can go Coppercoat Vanguard, and then Skrelv Adeline. These guys are going to go to, it'll be like 6 incoming. If we successful, what are they going to do this main phase? Okay, that makes sense. Respect. Thalia. Interesting. You just guarantee damage. I think we're doing anything else. We can go Thalia, we can double spell, we can play Adeline back. If they tap out for Haughty Djinn, that would be okay. Like the fact they haven't played Haughty yet is pretty good for us. Alright, so our guy's going to resolve. I do think it's probably worth... Actually, we have 3 cards. Not going to attack. This thing's 10, not enough to kill us. They 2 Fading Hopes down. Two Fading Hopes down. They are not favored to have another Fading Hope at this point. We could play a Coppercoat Vanguard or a Thalia. I think a Thalia. This Thalia makes Adeline lethal. We have 3 cards. What are the chances? What are the chances? Let's see, if we attack with everything, they have to block Adeline. This is going to be tight. They had the Fading Hope, even though they were not favored to have the Fading Hope. If they have a 4th Fading Hope with 37 cards left in their library, that would be terrible for us. The problem is if they don't have an answer to this, which it doesn't look like they do, they now also can't block the Coppercoat Vanguard. So probably Thalia-hater is going to get in front of Adeline. They'll trade. Haughty will get there, and they'll go to 2. This is pretty close to dead, right? They need to cast 7 spells. They have 5 mana and 3 cards in hand. Can they cast 7 spells? So if they can't cast 7 spells, we've won the game, I think. Mm-hmm. I think Mono Blue's a pretty good matchup. If you're a idiotic moron. Opponent goes first. That sucks. We have a hell of a draw. Looks like soldiers. Thalia's not great against soldiers. We need a 3rd land for this hand to be great. Harbin. It's just going to be a... There's no way they're going to block here. It's just going to be a shootout, right? New Benalia. You can go Adeline. Veteran. You're going to swing there? Yeah. So can attack here. Then do we Knight-Errant this turn? I don't mind Knight-Erranting. I just don't want to fall behind. Oh, you know what? I think we should Knight-Errant for as much as we can. Reason being, we can get some Brutal Cathars. So we're tapping enough to get Brutal Cathars. And I think Brutal Cathar is probably one of the best cards we can draw in this matchup. No Brutal Cathars, but hey, we're 5 cards closer to Brutal Cathar. Knight-Errant is a legitimate attacker next turn. And like any one casting cost creature is pretty good with Knight-Errant. Their Soldier Deck has red. Okay. At the beginning of your end step, if you control a creature with power greater than its base power, create a 1/1. So they do because Valiant Veteran. Okay, this guy and this guy I think are definitely swinging. We go Intrepid, send everybody. What's the counterattack? 7, 8, 9, 11, not enough to kill us. It's like a pretty good attack. Alright, so this guy should attack. This guy should enlist. This guy should attack. And then we'll enlist this guy. Those 2 cards are wild. Both of them are good. I think I'll take Cathar first. We can double spell no matter which one we get. And then we're just gonna probably dump Thalia when they block the Guardian. Like they have a pretty good block. Like this stupid token can trade with Recruitment Officer or whatever. They have to double block with Baird, I think, unless they want to fall behind. I think any block on Harbin here on the Knight-Errant's pretty bad. Yeah, that's a great block for us. Yes, please block that way. This block is terrible. The previous block with Harbin involved is even worse. I mean, sure. What am I missing? It's an atrocious turn for them. Could they have some free spell that I don't know in the format? Oh, they had... How did I miss that they had mana open? Okay. Alright, so this is now terrible for us. That's actually not that bad. We lost Harbin. Took a bunch of damage. Don't kill us on the blowback. This guy's going to come back as bigger. I can live with that. And then we're going to get Brutal Cathar this turn on a double spell. I mean, attack? Probably attack with, like, everything. How did I... They have slip. Alright, so... This Baird guy's sweet. So I guess if we take out... this Valiant Veteran... That's pretty good. I want to attack with this. Just to gain life. This guy's getting enlisted for sure. Should this guy attack? Right now there's like not clean attacks on this. if we attack and they can either put Baird in front of that, which I'm super happy with, or they lose 2 tokens, which I'm also happy with. I'll enlist this guy. Coppercoat. I don't really want this land. Okay. And we'll toss Thalia if it comes down to it. I'm super happy with this trade. Or they put 2 guys in front of it, which is, I'm also happy with that trade. They take half their life total. We gain 5. Play a guy. What does the world come to that I'm... Oh! They're going to Cathar. Get back this veteran. That's sweet. That was really good. No blocks. They're going to get a guy here. We need, like, Skrelv. Alright, so let's say I use 2 guys to attack and enlist. He has to block. Then I have... Well, I think pre-combat, 1,000,000% I should cast this Coppercoat Vanguard. Okay. Now... I can attack and enlist. This guy has no clean attack. This guy has a clean attack. Attack and enlist, and we have 1, 2, 3, 4. It's not enough. We're just going to have to play Thalia as a defender. We want that Skrelv. How terrible was that? It's such a bad trade. Baird is a clean attack. Oh my god. Outdrawn. Outdrawn. They just have us? 6, 10. No, they don't have us, though. Even if they Alpha Strike, they get everything, we're not dead. I mean, our big play is going to be Knight-Errant of Eos, hopefully to get Brutal Cathar, which is going to create a Brutal Cathar chain. If we get a Brutal Cathar chain, I think we're going to win the game. We're not dead. Don't good game me. Good game yourself. Good game. That's not... Watch this. Good game. So I need to leave all 3 of these open or we are going to lose. First thing I'm going to do is get a Brutal Cathar. Then I'm going to destroy you with it. Why is there no Brutal Cathar? Good game. And like, these are all legends? How terrible is that? Let's get a Thalia to block. Okay, that was a good game. I'm not going to give him a good game. He preemptively good gamed me. If we had turned over Brutal Cathar there, he would have been annihilated. We'd have Brutal Cathar his Brutal Cathar, gotten back our Brutal Cathar, and then Brutal Cathar his other Brutal Cathar. Got back our other guy, and Raffle stomped him. It was a preemptive good game, if ever there was one. Fuming. Fuming. If I didn't have these headphones in, you would see the steam coming out of Michael J's head. Opponent goes first. It's like one of those hands could be good. You really want Knight-Errant of Eos, though. These hands with all 1-drops. Adark our waste. Recruitment. Oh, same matchup we just lost. Okay. Yeah, this thing, I guess. I guess if we had had Skrelv early last game, we would have won easily. Okay, that stinks of reinforcements. Double Adark our waste, so at least they're going to take damage for their reinforcements here. And so unless they have one of the two kind of Crusade guys, they're not going to be able to attack into our 1-2. Mirix. What a weird mana base. I wish I just started the game with Furnace Punisher in play. Like it was like mono white, 4 Furnace Punishers. Weirder stuff has happened. So unbeknownst to our opponent, we have a backup recruitment officer. Maybe we should have... I guess it wouldn't have mattered. We should have made our recruitment officer powered up by Skrelv. And we'd easily lose this game if we don't draw something good. Maybe we should just leave Hopeful Initiate on D in a second. Then just like sit back on Recruitment Officer. Invasion of Gobakan, sure. There's no way I think we can stop them from getting us with that. Not good. Not good, Michael J. Hopeful Initiate can obviously eat that if given the opportunity. All land, huh? Okay. We do not have the mana for that. Ugh. That's 13. There's nothing we can do, really. I guess the only thing we really could have done this game was give our first recruitment officer, you know, Skrelv protection. I think that's the only decision that we could have made that we didn't. Let's see here. What can we do to survive under capitalism? I guess they just have literal everything. We're at 3. Zephyr Sentinel just kills us. Yeah, that's a good game. All right. No cigar this time. 5 wins is not bad. Not bad. If you could just hit 5 wins every time, you would. That we made our investment back. We had 3 losses. 2 of them were to soldiers. 1 was to kind of green-white Calyx deck. I think that green-white deck is going to be incredibly difficult for us to beat in general. Like they come out quickly. I think they were on the play and they had the 2/2 life-linking Sapphire Medallion on turn 2. Puts a lot of pressure on our removal, and then immediately untapped and played Hallowed Haunting, and kind of both of those cards in concert on turn 2/3. We were on the draw is pretty tough. I think Soldiers is eminently winnable. Had we just drawn Skrelv earlier in that first Soldiers matchup, I think we would have crushed them. If we just got a little bit luckier on Knight-Errant of Eos and got Brutal Cathar, I think we would have crushed them. So I think at a minimum, maybe I'll take this for another spin in an event. I think this is an incredibly plausible deck to play, unfortunately. So let's see what we got. We got 2. So March of the Machine, the Aftermath packs claim. I didn't play a lot of events before the Aftermath came out. So I guess I'm just going to get Aftermath packs now, which is going to make it so that my collection of regular March of the Machine is not going to mature at the same speed that I'm used to. Random cards that probably don't matter very much. Well, that was... what do we call this deck? That was Idiotic Morons. 5 wins. Made our money back. No play-in point this time. But I think it was still pretty good. What did you like? What did you not like? I think that the layout of the deck is pretty good right now. This is a best of 1 configuration, so 4 Brutal Cathar in the main deck. But I was happy with it. I think I'll probably take it for another run soon. I'll see you guys in the next video. Stop by Cool Stuff Inc. Promo code Flores. Get your March of the Machine Aftermath packs. Should you want some Coppercoat Vanguards, which are probably going to be sweet in Pioneer. So Pioneer RCQs are coming up. Probably want Coppercoat Vanguard for that deck. See you in the next video. Love, Mike.